Good morning, good morning. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my sacred space. If you've joined me in an invitation or joined me here personally, this is my sacred space, my sanctuary that I've created. And today I'm inviting you into my sacred space. This is a place where I host Sacred Circle. In days gone by, I actually hosted Sacred Circles in this space, real time, for real people, in person. And I'm Julie Hannon, and I am looking for the place to make it so I can see you, but alas, I cannot. So, good morning. I'm here with you this morning in my sacred sanctuary, in a place that I've created for you to come in for healing, and I'm inviting you into sacred practice this morning. Thank you for joining me, and I'm going to invite you at the beginning and the end of this sacred practice to join me in person in a sacred gathering in New York for spring equinox. So I'm coming up on a year of doing these meditations every Sunday, and from March of last year till May, middle of May, I did them every day, 6 days a week actually. And so it's been a wonderful journey, and I'm coming up on that year, and I don't know what's going to come at the end of the year, end of my year, which is the spring equinox weekend. So it's lovely to be here with you this Sunday. So today, on this sacred Sunday, we're going to talk about apples. We're going to talk about the gift of practice and stepping in and changing habits and being in the here and now, which is all that matters anyway, because it's all we have. So let's take a breath together in the here and now on this beautiful Sunday morning. So breathe in together and breathe out together. A long, slow inhale and a longer, slower exhale. What's changed as you pay attention to your breath? What's changed in your environment, in how you are experiencing the world? Here with me in the sacred circle, a few of you joining me from my local community. I'm so glad. You're always welcome to come. Check in with me where I'll be, to come and be in sacred circle in the present. And of course, it's always easier to be where we are. We've learned. And that's the practice today, to really be where you are, wherever that is on earth. So as you come in and join me, you can let me know where you are on earth. And are you being there? I know a few of you who've said hello are here. I'm here in Lexington, someone in my neighboring town, Arlington, someone again in Brookline. So we want to be, I study yoga. I was once trained as a yoga teacher, and these plays of the sutras, the first 3 sutras. The first one is about being here in the now, in the ever amazing now. Can you be here in the now with your breath? In our circle, Sacred Sunday. Breathe in again. Breathe out from wherever you are to Vermont, to the northern green mountains in New England. Connect to that wisdom. In the oceanic cosmic now. Maybe someone will join us from the shore. All this breathing's getting dust up my nose. Breathe in again. There she is, Florida. Good morning. I knew there was an ocean beach. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Breathe in again. Like the waves. Be with the waves. Be with the sweetness of your wings and your paws and your breath. The second sutra is about Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which I'm not sure exactly what it means, except that I studied it for a long time, but it's about quieting your thoughts, and we get sometimes all into quieting the thoughts, even here on Sacred Sunday. So let's do that. Let's quiet our thoughts for a moment by breathing in through the crown of our head and exhaling through our hearts. So I want to move you into your heart. That's been the journey of this practice for the last year, of connecting to love, connecting to your heart's wisdom while distancing. And this is the full moon weekend, so we plant our intentions. In the new moon, at the full moon, we harvest. What did we plant 2 weeks ago together? What do you want to harvest this spring from, if you've been here with me for a year or dropped in and out? What do you harvest from this practice? So much of that place of thinking is about making habitual thoughts. So what are your habitual thoughts? Can you turn your attention to your breath? The third sutra is about getting to know your own nature. So sometimes in order to get to know our own nature, we need to be quiet in our thoughts, because our habitual thoughts are not who we are. I'm going to say it again. The thoughts that you think that are maybe unkind or critical, that's not who you are. Who you are is love and light and connection to all of it. So let's breathe in together through your heart and exhale. And why did I bring an apple? So, used to be when I grew up, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, which is still true, I think, if we ate an apple a day. Organic. An organic apple. And part of the reason I brought the apple is because I wanted to invite you into your own sweetness. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but if you eat an apple or any fruit that hangs on a tree, if you eat from the top down, the bottom is where the sweetness is. It's sweeter, sweeter, sweeter at the bottom. Carrots, same thing. The bottom of the carrot is sweeter because the sugar settles to the bottom, the sweetness. So I wanted to invite you into your bottom today, into the bottom of your beautiful fruit. So we go into the heart. Let's breathe in through our heart and exhale down into our roots, into those places that connect us to the earth. If you're sitting, your sits bones. If you're standing, as I am, or walking, your feet. Sweet feet, magical. Super loud craziness on my computer. Breathe in again. Breathe out again. Breathe into that place of magic and mystery that is your heart. That's your guide. So as you breathe into your heart, discover what's there this morning. Who are you this morning? And then rub your hands together in front of your heart. We're going to do a little breath of fire to wake up that lower triangle, that place where the sweetness is, and a little breathing. So you're rubbing your hands. That wakes up your heart chakra. Rub your hands. Let me show you the mudra first. You're going to fold your fingers into that steeple pose. It's the only one I know. And cross your thumbs over. But you're going to do it behind your back. So rub your hands. Inhale. Spread your arms wide. Exhale. Bring your hands to your back in that pose, in that mudra. Open your chest. Lift your heart. Slide your shoulder blades together. So much computer time these days that this front of our chest gets very tight. So see if you can spread. And your arms might not be able to be straight behind you as you clasp your hands. So bend your elbows because you want them clasped in the palms together if you can. So you're moving your arms to straightness. But really that's to help support you in lifting and opening your chest. Breathe in through a gentle breath. And on your exhale, begin breath of fire. What is breath of fire if you don't know? It's a passive inhale. You just force the breath out with moving your belly button in and up. No inhale, just passive inhale. Find your own rhythm. Only go as fast as your belly button can carry you. And we're just going to do it for a minute, and you're almost there. Breathe in, breathe out completely. And then take 3 sips of breath and suspend your breath. Hold the breath in and squeeze the lower triangle. Squeeze as if you want to stop peeing. Squeeze your perineum muscles. Kegel exercises if you know that place. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And squeeze energy up from the earth into your body, into the own sweetness, so that your sweetness is met by the sweetness of the earth. And exhale whenever you need and receive. Relax your hands, open your palms to the sky. Relax your perineum. And feel and scoop and receive. Receive what you are experiencing. And then lay your hands on your heart for a moment and check in with who you are now. Get to know your own true nature. And what's shifted from 1 minute of breath of fire in the way you breathe, in the way you connect to your sweetness? So leave one hand on your heart, move one hand to your belly, and listen to this felt sense of your belly. What's the gut feeling of who you are now? Breathe in and out there. And let's do one more round of breath of fire, this time to the sun. So rub your hands together. Inhale, lift your arms up overhead. And relax your shoulders down away from your ears. So again, your arms may be moving towards straight, but in order to have your shoulders relaxed, you need to have bent elbows. So your hands are in that position overhead. Move your arms towards straight, but don't strangle yourself with your shoulders. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears and begin breath of fire again. Find your own rhythm. The breath of fire is a purifying breath, a detox breath. It also brings up heat, warms you up. It's a great thing to do in New England on a spring, fall, winter day, whatever this is. Green grass and snow in my backyard today. Keep going, keep up, just 10 more seconds. Maybe a big bellows breath. Pull in, force air out. Inhale and exhale. Keep your arms up. Take 3 sips of breath and hold your breath in. 3 inhales. Suspend the breath. Squeeze that energy again from your lower triangle, it's called in some. Mulband. What else is it called? Perineum. Kegels. Squeeze, 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 and with the focus of bringing light down over your whole self. So we brought up energy, and now we bring down energy that pours over yourself. Exhale whenever you need. Let that energy pour down. Sunlight meeting sweetness in your earth self. Breathe in again. And breathe out again. And rest your hands, one on your heart and one on your belly. And what's shifted? What's shifted inside you now from connecting earth and sun in your body? I take people around a journey called the wheel, or a 12-day journey to center, or 12 days to an awakened life, called many things. Sacred circles, sacred center, sacred Sunday. The journey is to come into who you are, to remember who you are in the ever-present now. In the middle of that place, we want to quiet our thinking so that we can be present for our own sweetness that's in the depths of who we are. Meditation is the result of practice, so this practice is to bring you to your sweetness. So go into your heart right now, as if imagine you could open a door in the front of your heart, breathe in there, and walk in the front of your heart. Take a seat. Sit down in your heart. And what is the sweetness that's inside you? To be harvested in the echo of the full moon. That journey to sacred center, around the wheel to come to your center, is a place of discovering the sweetness, of returning to your own wisdom, of upgrading your field to be present in the 21st century, to be present to your sweetness and to connect to love always. So whatever you've discovered as your sweetness inside you, what is the sweetest thing inside you this moment? Maybe it's showing up for practice. Meditation is the result of practice, so when we show up, when we have that apple a day, it does help to keep the doctor away in practice as well. All these ways of nourishing ourselves. So breathe in again to that sweetness and exhale, share the sweetness. Breathe in again and now come into yourself, into the ever-present now, and discover who would you like to share the sweetness with? Who would you offer this sweetness to out in the world? It might not be someone that you know directly. It could be someone that you want to share who says, I give this sweetness up to whoever needs it. Direct it to a town or a place or a community, or someone you know and love who you'd like to share your sweetness with. Breathe in again. Breathe out again. Connecting that sweetness. One of the most important parts of practice is giving away, is sharing. When I first entered a spiritual practice really formally in my 20s, we called it tithing. It's still called tithing, but give away. Share that which you have. The giveaway. Breathe in again one more time. Good morning, good morning, good morning from the whole East Coast, from Florida up to Ontario. Can you drop into the depths of the river of your life? Breathe in again. Let that flow come through you. Breathe out. Rub your hands together to awaken that energy of the heart in your palms. And lay one hand on your heart and the other hand on your belly. And check in with your body. What's shifted in this practice? Whether you've joined for a minute, or the 20-minute practice that I share, or you are joining later, what's shifted? What's the gift from your practice? As you allow the time to pass by, to come around to the center of you, let's take a breath in again through our heart. Exhale, and this time walk out the front door of your heart. Out into the world with love. Breathe in, bring your hands together, and bow to yourself. Give yourself a big nod and a thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up for this practice, for sharing this sacred time together, for joining me in my sacred space. If you'd love to come here with me every Thursday, I do a live class, a Zoom class from here. If you're looking and ready for an in-person gathering, please join me at Menla. All the links are in the post for Sacred Circle, for Sacred Equinox. And let's see what comes as we come around 1 year together. On the equinox is when this began last year. Planted a seed of connecting to love and growing that love around the world. Share the gifts of your practice, please, in the chat. Share the practice if you enjoyed it. And I love hearing from you. And really share the gifts of your practice in your day today with yourself and with each other. Have a very, very wonderful day. It's been such a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Nice to see you all.